Hello and welcome everyone. In this tutorial I will show you how to use GitHub for your hackathon project. So let's get started. First, head over to github.com and create a new account with the sign up button right here. I've already done this, so after you completed the sign up you will come to this site. And this is basically the GitHub main page. And right here, to create a new repository, you can go to the top left to this plus icon right here and click New Repository. Next, you need to select an owner. Just select yourself in this case. Then you can give your repository a name. So for now, I will just go with Hackathon Test Project. You can give a small description to your project. You can decide whether you want your repository to be public, so visible to everyone, or private. Private means that it's just visible to you and collaborators you add. You can add a README file, so tell people what your repository actually is. You can add a Gitignore file to ignore files that should not be uploaded to our version control. I will go over these a little bit later, so for now we will just click Create a Repository. And as a next step, I want to show you how you can actually add collaborators to your project, because most of the time you will be working in a small team. So you can just go over to the settings, then on the left side collaborators, and then down here just add people. Then you can enter a username, full name or email. For now I will just take someone from the lablab development team. So I will click him and add him to the repository. We can see right here that the invite is pending, so he will receive an email and also a GitHub notification that he got invited to this repository. Okay, so next let's look at Gitignore files. I've created here on the right side a small sample project with just one Python file and one env file. So this right here is an example for an API key that you don't want to be publicly available on GitHub in your repository. So let's exclude this env file from our version control. To do this, we will create a new file that's called Gitignore. And in this Gitignore file, we can just type in the name of the file we don't want to be uploaded to GitHub. So on this file it's .env. And to actually confirm that this will not upload to GitHub, we will use the command git init to create a new Git repository locally on our machine. And right here we can see that these two files now got added to our repository, so it's just main.py and the Gitignore file, but not our .env file. So let's upload this to GitHub. We can use these commands right here to actually upload it a little bit faster. So first we will add all our files and we will create our first commit, switch on the main branch, add the remote origin, and then push all files to our remote repository. Let's refresh our GitHub right here. And now you can see that we have both of these files right here, and our .env file is excluded from our Git repository. Okay, so next let's look at how to actually host your project so people can see it all around the world. So right here we have three different platforms. Vercel, this is great for all kinds of web applications, mostly JavaScript, but also Python. You can just click here Start Deploying, connect your GitHub, and then after it's connected you can just select your repository right here. And most of the time it's actually a zero config deployment, so you can just hit deploy and everything will work out of the box. So that's great for JavaScript and Python web projects. Then next is Replit. On Replit you can basically host any code in any language and you can run it in the browser, so it's super useful. And the last thing is Streamlit. Streamlit is great for Python applications. You have some really good components you can use to actually create a web application really fast and easy. I hope this small guide was very helpful for you. You can also find this in written form on our lablab.ai tutorial page. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.